All right, Raider Nation, welcome to Brookville Area High School and the Wigwam for some Raider football action tonight. The Raiders are going to host the St. Mary's Flying Dutch. Shaq,
yes,
an old friend of ours is back in town,
yes.
Coach Dworick, and he's bringing his Dutch down.
Yep.
And, Shaq, we got a couple teams that are 0-2 looking to get off the schneid. Both had a tough time with Carn City in the last couple weeks, but St. Mary's had a close one against Brockway, and we're right now the Raiders just struggling to find some defense and put some points up. So we're hoping that maybe they can keep St. Mary's off the board and maybe score some points of their own and make this a game tonight.
Yeah, I think I talked to both coaches tonight before the game, and I started out with Coach Dworick. I said, I've been there, and I said, you've been there before too. I said, sometimes the 0-2 games are more nerve-wracking and anxiety-provoking than if you're 2-0 going into a game and stuff. So talked to him a little bit. He said they had a good week of practice. Believe it or not, though, they decided to back it down a little bit. So they took some plays out of their playbook and they tried to simplify it a little bit.
Yep, maybe make it a little easier and streamline it.
Yep, so they can get a better consistency on offense and stuff. I asked, he's been pleased with the defense. He said he thought his defense, even though they gave up 50-some points to Carn City, he thought his defense played well, and he thought his defense last week improved from the week before. So obviously, they gave up the 20 points to Brockway, but so those were some bright spots he had talked about. And then I did ask him, what did they do? Was there anything in particular that they did to prepare for Brookville? And that's when he told me they simplified it. They took some plays out of the playbook, but I guarantee he didn't take out the fake punts though.
No.
The fake punts are still in there.
We all know Chris is a little bit of a special teams guru, and, of course, we'll be on the lookout tonight for maybe a little wrinkle on special teams. You never know what's going to pop up there.
There'll be
Chris.
At least one fake punt tonight. Yeah. I'm calling it. At least one, maybe 2 or 3, depending on the situation. So, and then if you flip it over to Brookville, Chad and I talked last week. I said we're still learning, like that the Hacks of the world, the Blake Sires of the world that didn't really have a JV schedule last year. I mean, they're learning trial by fire, and it's going to take them a little bit. Now, hopefully tonight things maybe slow down a little bit, and we're not facing a team like Carn City and stuff. But Coach Morrison said they had a good week of practice, and they kind of did the same thing. They
just kind of slowed it down a little bit and got back to the basics.
Focused on the fundamentals, and I'm sure tackling played a part of that and stuff. And then I asked him about I was kind of impressed with the way Colgan was throwing last week on the run. Like, he was throwing some good darts and stuff, and he says, he says Colgan as Colgan builds confidence, like it's all about confidence. He's one of those kids where if things aren't going well, he has a little bit of trouble stopping the ball from rolling the whole way down the hill. But I thought the best thing they did last week there, starting the second quarter, they started getting him outside the pocket a little bit. He looked more comfortable rolling out and throwing than he did when he stand in the pocket. So, and some people are just like that.
And you look at Colgan's numbers. I was just looking at the sheet you handed me there, and he's 30 out of 52, which is right around 60%, and he's got 300 and some yards. Now, he's got a couple interceptions, and that's kind of been with Colgsy over the last couple years. He sometimes has a tendency to throw underneath and missing guys that are a little bit deeper, and that's where he runs into problems. But I'm with you. I mean, I've always thought Trenton was a good athlete, but he's one of those kids where he does need to have confidence, and he needs to believe in himself. Yeah. And I've told him that before. I mean, he's played baseball for me forever, and I've told him that numerous times, and I think he can get the job done. And he's got a talented set of receivers. The skill guys on this team are pretty decent.
Yes.
And this offense should be, pretty good. I mean, I think they're going to maybe it takes them a few games to get going here, but I can see this offense being better.
Well, I think what, from me being in the press box and watching, in my opinion, the linemen are the ones that's got to step up.
So, okay.
We have three big guys playing out there in Easton Roch and Bobby Hack. I mean, he's a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Balzar, who are seniors, and I just don't feel like they're playing their best football. And they're the ones that have to, if we're going to get this thing turned around, it's going to be those guys. And we get Ainzinger back tonight. So, it's going to be those guys that are going to have to set the tone up front, especially if we want to get a running game going.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing, the other point I was going to make about Colgan. I mean, you can't rely on, you can't get down 4 or 5 touchdowns and expect to establish a running game. It's at any level, that's not
correct.
What the sport's about. So if Brookville can get to the point where they can run the ball, they can be a little bit more balanced on offense, I think it's going to open up the passing game for them a little bit, because it's going to back off some DBs and all that kind of stuff. And it's just going to benefit everybody. So, but I'm with you. We all know it doesn't matter what level of football it is, high school, college, pro. You're only as good as your offensive line most of the time. So these guys, I'm with you. They do got to step up, and they got to
step
better.
up on defense too.
Yep.
Like, they got to be the ones plugging those holes, and they can't be getting pushed back. I mean, their job as a defensive line is to hold their ground or get penetration the yard deep. Yep. And
because on the defensive side of the ball, you look around the linebackers and the defensive backs. That's a talented group of kids there too.
We are hurt a little bit because we don't really have true linebackers. We have some guys in there a little undersized, but I mean, like, they're willing to step up and do the job. You got Aaron Turner. He's back. He was hurt last year a little bit and didn't get to see a lot of playing time. So I just feel like.
Then you got new guys moving into that position too. The Hayes and Assassin played defensive back safety most of his life, and now all of a sudden they're asking him to come up in the middle and play linebacker. And so again, the learning curve is, like we talked about, it's there. So every week you should see a little bit of progress. And these are two teams. This should be, I don't want to say an evenly matched game, but this should be a little bit better game than what. We ran into a buzzsaw in Keystone. That quarterback of theirs was the real deal. And then, of course, we all know Karn City, year in and year out, they're a factory. They're just solid down there, and they're always going to put a good team on the field. And if you're inexperienced, they're going to exploit it.
I would like to think, I would like to think this is a toss-up game. I'm not sitting here saying we're going to win it, but I feel like it's a game that we should be in. And hopefully at the end, if we're not winning, have a chance to win it. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a huge step in the right direction. And then we go to Brockway comes here next week, and we'll see what happens. But you got a toss-up game this week, possibly a toss-up game next week, and then we do have the Cameron County, and we do have Coudersport, and then I haven't seen much on Bradford yet, but I'd like to see some film on that too. Rumor is they got rid of they don't throw the ball anymore. They went back to the wing tee. Well,
that's something we talked about on the week one, was them losing. When you lose a kid like Talon Reese at quarterback, you're going to have to rethink your offense, because he was a talented quarterback for them. So
but, it's like this is similar to my last year. As a head coach, we lost Charlie. And we struggled to find that quarterback, and it was like game 3 when we found Noah Peterson to step in there, and and his athleticism for not being a quarterback, he did a hell of a job, and we turned around. We turned around. We ended up playing in the district finals that year, but what they have to remember is right now all their goals are still there, and that's what we kept telling that team back. My last year was like, just keep together. We're getting better. It's a product, and all our goals were there. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight, and then I'm excited for next week, and then we'll just see. We do have Port Allegheny and DuBois on the schedule, and those are going to be Karn City, Keystone type games. But if we start playing better football, we might be able to put up some scores there.
Yeah. Well, it should be an interesting few weeks, and tonight should be interesting. So we'll see if the Raiders can come out, maybe right the ship, get in the win column here. So we got about 10 minutes till kickoff. Why don't we go to a couple commercials? We'll be back here maybe about 5 minutes or so, and we'll start getting ready for the kickoff. We'll have the coin toss with the captains, and we'll get ready to go. You're watching Raider football on Blue Nation Network.
If you're looking for a bigger house,
I know someone. Or if you need to downsize, I know someone.
maybe you want to move to the country.
I know someone. Or maybe you want to move in town. I know someone.
I'm Heather Castellan, now with eXp Realty. Whatever your real estate needs are, I have you covered. You can check out all of the area's listings at exprealty.com or call me at 715-4103.
I know someone.
Mac Metals. What's our mission? We strive to be a leader in the metal manufacture and steel industry. By investing in those closest to us, our employees and our customers, we aim to build lifelong partnerships while impacting the community around us. Family owned and operated since 1989. That's Mac Metals. Located by BWP Bat Factory, exit 86, I-80.
Anyone gets the car here, it's me. I'm using a walker.
Can I just move it over?
And then, the chief would be all over you.
Oh, for that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just put it, let me
Over
put it
there.
in one of these spots
Okay.
right here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll bring you the keys.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I'll figure
Sorry
out if I'll know
about
how
that,
to do
but-
this. No, I just think we
Where
get
are
in
you
front of this
here?
before it
Yeah, no,
turns
that's
into
fine.
8 vehicles out
Yep,
here.
that's fine. No, you just turn it. Just unclock or unlock it. Yeah, plug it in and then you push the button. They'll tell you what to do.
My head's up here.
Yeah.
At this time, would everyone please rise and remain standing for our national anthem, the Brookville alma mater, played by the Brookville Blue Aerie Marching Band.
How about that Blue Raider marching band there,
How
Ribeye?
about it? Nice job there by the Raiders to bring you tonight's national anthem as we're getting set for kickoff here at the Wigwam. 0-2 Brookville hosting, the 0-2 Flying Dutch, coached by head coach Chris Dworick, who most of us are all pretty familiar with. We'll have you the coin toss here. Brookville band bringing you the Brookville alma mater as the teams are set to take the field here, and there go the Flying Dutch.
I always like to get that on cam.
Yeah.
St. Mary's bringing the band on board tonight.
Nice.
And,
Always like to see that.
They got good numbers.
They got great
Rob.
numbers, no doubt. That's what me and Shaq were talking about before we went on the air. That's a pretty good size roster for St. Mary's. It's good to see that they got some kids out and playing. And they're usually pretty solid in just about all sports.
Yeah, they are. They've got a pretty good crew up at. I know at least at the wrestling level and baseball level. They've got a pretty good couple classes there.
Yeah, let's not talk about the baseball thing, Billy. I'm a little bit.
He's still sour.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's okay. You're allowed to be.
Yeah, that was a game that we should have had. So
that was a tough one. It was a tough one. I was in the crowd for both of them, and
but we'll move on here. That's Raiders are taking the field, and we're almost set for kickoff at 7 p.m. And we'll get you the coin toss here, and we'll see who's going to receive and kick off as the coach Scott Park joins us.
Is he back?
He's back.
All right. I can just zip it for now, huh?
And I'm excited. I missed last week. I was out of town visiting my brother, and some of my family were out at his house, so it was kind of a nice weekend. And Chad's on special assignment this week, doing some
covering Cameron County.
Yeah, he went up to scout out Cameron County, a team that we don't get to watch very often. So we'll look forward to hearing Chad's analysis next week on Cameron County, the Red Raiders.
I think that's his favorite team besides Pitt.
It is the Cameron County Red Raiders. And I'm not sure if that's Potter County or McKean County. Is that Potter, Billy?
That is Potter County.
That's what I thought.
That is Potter. I drive up through. That's 155. It takes you from St. Mary's up through Emporium up to Route 6 there.
I was only ever to that high school once. When the kids were little, I took them to a wrestling tournament up there. And that was the only time I was ever to Cameron County High School.
That's the only time I ever was kicked out of a wrestling tournament as a coach. It wasn't even my fault. Like it was the parents stand behind me.
They used to have some wrestlers up there. Remember Frigalis and McGraw and
That's the year I was coaching junior high for Brockway that year, and the Heartless boys were on that team. And it was Mr. Heartless that was.
So out in the field goes your Raider captains, number 76, Connor Anzinger, number 4, Trenton Colgan, number 6, Zach Phillips, and number 68 is Josiah Balzer.
Who else came from Cameron County when he first came to Brookville?
Bob Tonkin.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, remember Dave running his Cameron County stuff, Dave and Phyllis? They were pretty good athletes in their own right.
Yes, they were. They were Division I athletes. I forget where David went. I know Phyllis went to Virginia Tech to play basketball, but they were pretty good.
Oh, those were the days.
It's our coin flip. Brookville won the toss, and they will receive. So the Raiders are going to start on offense with the ball. So we're going to get a look at Colgan and company right off the bat.
Speaking of Bob Tonkin, Billy, we were going through. We have a storage shed. We were going through it, and I found a tub of my playbook from 1987.
That's awesome.
And all the scouting sheets in Bob Tonkin's handwriting.
Wow.
Vintage.
Yeah, vintage is right.
Yeah, turn that into the Brookville Sports Museum.
I might have to.
Yeah, think bronze as?
I don't know.
Be like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah. The only thing is, when I opened up the playbook, it was all fullback dives.
Must have been a good play.
Hey, in my time, it was skip, dive right, skip, dive left.
Well, Skip would have been a junior my senior year.
Yeah, in all fairness, nobody threw the ball back then.
No, we definitely did.
He was a sophomore.
I guess that would have been my junior year. Tonkin.
Yeah.
But, all right, here we go. Getting ready for a kickoff here.
Is that Householder, number 7, deep to receive with, I can't make out the number on the near side.
That's Krug.
It's Krug.
Sammy Krug.
There's the speed kick back there.
And this is going to be taken by Krug at about the 10-yard line. With a head of steam, he's got to steam up the middle, and he's going to get tripped up and taken down about the 25.
All right, I'm going to let Ben run the camera here shortly.
So Brookville will start this drive about the 25-yard line.
Oh, okay.
Ben did an awesome job on cam last week. As we watched from the Allegheny Grill. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
A new camera. We got some comments on picture.
You should have asked. Did you have them put it up on the big screen? We're on YouTube now. They should be able to.
I understand that's Union AC Valley territory.
Brookville comes out in the gun, and Krug takes this direct snap there, but he's just going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So kind of a wildcat situation there. Now Colgan checks in, and Phillips checks out.
Corner Ainsinger is in there at center. It's good to have him back.
Yeah, that's a big man in the middle that
that's huge.
You should be glad to have back on the field, no doubt about it.
I'm assuming
that's Hackett guard beside him to the bottom of your screen. And there's a snap to Colgan. He's going to hand off here up the middle, and Kellgren looks like he's going to fall forward for about 6. So we'll call it 3rd and 4. If you're just joining us, no score. We've got 11 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Easton Roch is the right tackle. So that means the left tackle must be Balzer, and it looks like J.R. Rahala at left guard.
So twins to each side. Colgan out of the gun. Kellgren sidecar to his left. They're going to change plays here at the line of scrimmage.
6
Looks
seconds.
like St. Mary's showing blitz. They got to hurry up and get a snap off. There it is. This time Colgan's going to roll, and he's got a guy here along the sideline. Nice little play there as Freeman makes the catch, and that's going to be good for a Raider first down. Nice little design rollout there, Shaq.
This is what I was talking about last week. He is very accurate when he's on the move, and for a quarterback, that's a plus, and I look forward to them getting him out quite a bit.
I kind of like the misdirection on it too. The way he went to the one side and then turned. I mean, that'll freeze a linebacker a little bit and let you get to that corner and make a throw. Trips to the top. Colgan out of the gun. He's going to screen this over to. Was that Krug or Cole? That was Kellgren. Pass intended for Kellgren, just a little bit too far out in front of him. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
That was there too.
Yeah.
I kind of like what they're doing, guys, because remember that first coach's corners, Coach Mo talking about his athletes, having a bunch of athletes, and it looks like they're finally getting them, moving them around, getting them in the mix here.
Well, I like
right off the bat.
Yeah, like we've talked about, you got to get the ball in Krugs and Freeman's, and they just have to get touches. Here goes Freeman in motion. They're going to go jet sweep. No, Colgan's going to keep, and he's going to cross over the 40. They kind of fooled me on the jet motion a little bit. Gain of about 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
I think he might have been able to get the corner if he would have had that ball. Looked like he made it got past the last guy on the line there. See?
I got a feeling we'll see that again.
Yes,
I got a feeling Freeman will get it. And then maybe you even run a double reverse out of that at some point.
With a pass.
Donnie Morey out there tonight?
Should be.
Yeah, he's up at the top of the screen.
Okay.
Well, they're sending him off. Maybe equipment problem?
A wardrobe malfunction.
So number 21, that's Lawson Gert going to check in.
What is it?
Wonder what
I
happened.
don't know. Something about something on his arm.
All right, 3rd and 7. Colgan out of the gun. Kellgren to his right. Colgan drops straight back, looking to throw, and he's got a guy.
That's Krug.
Oh, nice
down.
effort there by Krug to get out over midfield and pick up a fresh set of downs for the Raiders. 3 guys draped on him, Shaq, and he finds a way to get back to midfield. So,
one little move created enough separation to get that extra yardage. And the Hazen Assassin is back in there.
Okay. Good throw by Colgan, too. Let's not forget that. He got that over the defender. And
well, we're definitely seeing the plus of having Ainsinger back in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got a bunch formation trips at the top of your screen. And this time they're going to hand off to Kellgren. Kellgren's got a little bit of a seam. And he's going to pick up about 8 out to the 39 as they get into St. Mary's territory.
Looks like they're playing a 3-2 box. You should be able to run on this defense. That's the one thing Coach Ferreira always said. When you got 5 guys, it's a 3-2 box. You got to be able to run the ball. And so far we have.
Yep. A nice little scamper there by Kellgren. Pickup of about 8. This time he's going to set up on Colgan's left. Again, Colgan out of the gun. Here's a snap by Anzinger. And he's going to go right back to Kellgren. Kellgren gets one guy, and then he is
drilled,
buried.
So it's going to be
no gain on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, we're going.
Colgan checks out. Morey checks out. We got a whole new set of guys. Sarvey, number 23, checks in. That's Phillips up that H-back spot. Kellgren goes under center.
I like the call.
And they're going to hand this off to Krug, but he's going to come up about a yard short.
There's a step, too.
Yeah, one more. So we're going to have 4th down and 1 at the 40. They got to get to the 39-yard line, Jack.
You got to go for it. I like the formation.
And they're going to stick with that. Kellgren up under center. Krug in the backfield. And they go sneak with Kellgren. He's going to get that easily, it looked like. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like the side judge is going to give it to him.
Yeah, this guy's giving it. The other guy I wasn't so sure the far side guy was coming in.
It looks like he got about a half a yard there. So this should be a fresh set of downs for the Raiders as they're going to continue this drive. 7:24 left in the first quarter and no score yet, but the Raiders on the move. Colgan checks back into the game with Kellgren in the backfield.
Hayes and Assassin's back in there to the left with Krug left. And we got Porter and Freeman on this side.
Yep. Twin formation. Colgan out of the gun. Anzinger, the snap. They bring Krug in motion, and they fake the jet motion to him. And Colgan's going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up 8 right up the gut.
They're going to have to get out of that 3-2.
No, they're going to eat them alive up the middle.
If they don't figure out how to stop that in the 3-2.
Yep. They're getting that's.
But this is exactly what they're doing. Exactly what you should be doing against the 3-2, and that's run the ball.
Definitely making the clock move a little faster this week.
Cut you off, Rib. But
no, it's all right. That's going to be an offsides. That's going to be a first down. So that is going to put the ball out over the 20 to about the 27-yard line.
5-yard penalty. That results first down.
So 1st and 10 Raiders at the St. Mary's 27-yard line. 6:31 left here to go in the first quarter. And Brookville knocking on the door.
We're going tight. We got bunched to the left there, Rib.
Colgan gets the snap from Anzinger. They bring Freeman in motion. And this time they are going to go in that jet to Freeman. He sidesteps one guy, but he was just swarmed under there. Didn't get a chance to cut up the field quick enough, Shaq.
Yeah, he should. I think he should have tried a little bit sooner to get upfield.
So they're going to lose about 4 on that one. So 2nd and 14.
That outside guy did a good job going straight to taking that angle to take away the jet.
So Brookville's got to come up with something here to get themselves out of this hole. There's some backside pressure, but
nice.
Colgan's going to find Freeman as he's going to be driven out of bounds there by number 12, Matthew Gilmore. Gilmore, an ECC student playing here for the Dutch. They pick up about 8 on that. So we're going to have a 3rd down and 6 coming up. And I would assume, Shaq, we're probably in 4-down territory unless something crazy happens.
Let's hope we don't see a 4th down. How about that?
Yeah, even better. They go with that tight bunch at the top. Freeman by himself down here at the bottom. Colgan rolls, and he's going to screen this out to Krug, but Krug had one guy to beat, and he had some open space, but he doesn't get anything on that. Good tackle there on the outside for the Dutch, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
But I'd like to have seen – I mean, I'm sure that was a designed out, but it would have been nice if Krug would have turned that up a little bit and did the out and up. I think Trenton had enough time for that.
So this is a big play right here. They've put together a pretty impressive drive, and you hate to see them come away with nothing here. But this has Big play. Twins to each side. Colgan straight back. And he's going to screen this out to Calgren. And Calgren can't make the guy miss.
No one covered.
No.
Order.
St. Mary's is going to take over on downs. But good drive by the Raider offense. Flip field position, and the Dutch are going to take over now.
Definitely the best we've seen so far this year.
So
now we got to tackle.
Yep.
Now we got to tackle.
St. Mary's is led by quarterback Brody Wheeler. He's a junior. He's 14 for 36, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's thrown 4 interceptions. And I got a feeling they're in the same boat we are. New quarterback, kind of feeling his way through this. He goes under center. They bring a man in motion on the pitch, and lots of room there to the outside. And one got to beat, but I don't think he's going to be able to run away from Freeman. That's Talon Thomas, number 3, the ball carrier. And just like that, the Dutch in Brookville territories, he's ran out of bounds by number 5, Hayden Freeman. And that's the big play, Shaq. They got to find a way to stop it.
Well, it's it's tough when you are trying to find linebackers. I mean, it's a shame, but
Wheeler under center. There's a snap, and he's going to pitch this out. This time they get some good backside pursuit there. Is
Aaron Turner on the first hit.
Aaron Turner, initial contact there on number 4, Andrew Field. And this is going to be a big loss. About 6 they lose on that, so I'll bring up 2nd and 16. So there looked like a little hesitation on that pitch, too, which didn't help timing on that.
Right. I agree. We need to the linebackers need to make sure they're have their area covered before they go anywhere else, so they don't have that big cutback stuff.
Handoff up the middle. There's number 7, Brody Wheeler on the keep. He picks up a few. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. So you would expect a throw here, Shaq.
I would say so. He's not the best thrower, but he does have 169 yards in 2 games, but four INTs.
Little prone to the turnover. Like to see one of those right now.
I've got the H-back up front there.
They bring Thomas in motion. Wheeler rolls, and he's under pursuit. He's going to get sacked.
He's 42.
Yeah, it's Chase Nimmo from the nose tackle position with the sack.
That's
big
awesome.
play there by the Raider defense, and that's going to set up a 4th and long. And here comes the punt team for St. Mary's. As with time's going to wind down to about 3 minutes here in the first quarter. No score.
That's fast.
To thank some of our sponsors: Heather Castellan, eXp Realtor, Brookville Chamber of Commerce, Devil's Barbecue. Couldn't do it without these guys. We're glad everybody's on board and help us bring you Raider football. And here's the punt by number 51. That's Tyler Sheely, and that's going to be taken by Parker Calgren. And Calgren's got a seam along the sideline.
Ooh, that's a flag.
And that's going to be a personal foul, and that's going to be 15 yards. And they're going to start this drive inside Dutch territory.
Yes, they are.
Almost
a nice little run.
Almost a little clothesline there.
Yeah, like holy smokes. Going back to our sponsors, how about the Chamber of Commerce? Elliot and Krista and I, we went out to the barbecue bash.
It was like the real deal.
It was pretty good. There was 5 different barbecue people out there. I had a baked potato with cheese and barbecue chicken, a little bit of chili.
Wow.
Yeah,
they have ribs?
Yeah, they had we went out in the afternoon, so
I'm a big rib guy. Love
they
ribs.
had a lot of different things. Like they had like the mac and cheese bowls with the brisket and barbecue pork and stuff like that. There was 4. There was like one of them was at the Laurel Festival in the fair.
That's Spuddy's.
Everybody else was there. Spuddy's was not there.
There's a little screen pass out to Freeman. He's got the sideline, and you are not going to catch him.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Brookville. Hayden Freeman on the screen pass, and he takes it to the house, and it's going to be 6-0 Brookville
What is that,
with
43?
2:19.
43
yarder.
No, 48.
46 yarder.
46.
46-yard touchdown pass from Colgan to Freeman on the screen, and Brookville jumps out to a 6-0 lead. And check, if I'm not mistaken, that's our first lead of the year.
Yes, it is. They just look – you could tell they had a good week of practice. Coach Morris, they had a good week. You can tell they had a good week. They're coming out. And sometimes that's what you need. You just got to slow it down, work on the fundamentals, and that's what you need sometimes. And
Jaden Morantz to attempt the extra point, and it is up and good.
Yes.
Nice long kick there.
Well, there's a flag. Got a flag.
Offsides. St. Mary's.
Nope.
No, false start.
False start.
We have false start on Brookville, so they're going to have to re-kick this. But
which, based on the kick,
there was lots of leg there, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right.
He definitely made that by way more than 5 yards. So
I didn't see who moved. I wonder, maybe they have enough on the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Well, they had a player check in late there. That was Gabe Hanna checked in late, so maybe he was –
and
didn't quite get set.
Palin Lindenmuth was a long snapper on that too, so she's been pretty consistent.
So let's see if they get set up here again. Moran's, Colgan's your holder. Jaden is he's one of the Sheffield guys, right?
Yes.
And that is
yes, all right.
Good. So
that's good. Awesome.
7-0 Raiders with 2:19 left. Let's take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, this is Mark Bowe. I'm at Devil's Barbecue and this place is awesome. These folks are nice. We came up here the last time and we couldn't get enough of it. I saw a sign. I came 10 miles out of the way because we had to have it again. And all I know is we might not show up to work tomorrow because it's that good. See y'all.
Devil's Barbecue, where it's all about the smoke. Brookville, PA.
All right, we're back here, and we got some time here. Next week. Well, actually tomorrow. Let's start there. I was thinking there was something tomorrow. 9/8/99/96. Yes. The girls volleyball team is at Brockway tournament at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then starting next week, if you are a soccer fan, Brookville's the place to be. We got junior high girls and boys soccer on 9/8, which is Monday and Tuesday. Junior high will be 3:30, girls will be 5, boys at 7.
And we're set to kick off here. And here's Jaden Moran's with a kick. Like Frankie Smith deep to receive there, and he's going to take this. Is this going to go into the end zone? Yeah. So Moran's with the touchback. It was impressive.
And then also on the 13th, the girls soccer team, on the 13th, which is Saturday, Port Allegheny is coming to Brookville at 9 a.m. And then at 11 o'clock, the girls are playing Smethport. That's your soccer for next week. Cross country's at Punxsutawney on Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Boys golf on 9/9 is at Montauk, and 9/11 they're at Cranberry. And we got play going here.
There we go. So this is St. Mary's second drive. They opened up the game with a huge play, but then kind of stumbled on offense. There's a screen and another short tackle for Raiders. Blake Porter. Blake Porter is going to tackle him at the 20 for no gain, and that's going to bring up second down and 10. A few more of our sponsors here bringing you Raider football. Mac Metals in Supply is there. Wilson's Woodshed. Laurel Eye Clinic, longtime sponsor. Ace Hardware, they're one of our newer sponsors, Shaq. Glad to have them on board.
Yes, awesome.
There's a handoff up the middle. No, boy. That was Wheeler on the keep. Yeah. They faked the hand off the middle. Wheeler took it around the end on the keep. Picked up about 9 yards. So this is going to bring up third down and 1 at the St. Mary's 29-yard line.
Nimmo was in on that tackle. There was somebody else. I didn't see who that was.
Nimmo Well, good pursuit there from the nose tackle position.
Yes. Wait, no, he's not at nose. He's playing that. He's playing that backer position, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's the left.
Left outside. Wheeler goes out of the gun.
They got a big guy playing nose this
Snap.
time.
Oh, my.
Nice.
Raiders ring an all-out blitz, and Wheeler has nowhere to go.
Easton Roch.
9-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10 deep in Dutch territory, the whole way back to the 20. So this seems to be another punt for the Flying Dutch. Boy, they dialed up the pressure at the right time there, Shaq.
Good things happen when you play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That's what you say all the time.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're finally getting that push and playing on their side. And
Sheely going to punt here for the Dutch. Kellgren deep to receive. He's got his heels on the 45-yard line. Good kick. Little spiral sends Parker back, and Parker's trying to get a. He sidesteps the guy, gets inside Dutch territory, and runs out of bounds. Well, they're going to mark him out at about the 46.
He may be. He's one of the best punt catchers I've seen in a long, long time here.
At the St. Mary's 46.
And he feels so comfortable doing it.
So 1st and 10 Raiders in Dutch territories. They're going to look to add to this 7-0 lead. Colgan goes out of the gun. They go with that bunch formation up the top of the screen. Freeman by himself at the bottom. They're going to hand off here.
Fumbled.
Bad snap or bad.
We tried to pull.
St. Mary's going to come up with it. So Colgan running that. I call it the veer, the read option, whatever you want to call it. Kind of pulled it out too late, and Burns lost the handle on it, and so did Colgan. So the ball. St. Mary's going to recover there, and they're going to have it in their own 49-yard line to start this drive as we got 7 seconds left in the first quarter. And
I look for maybe a deep throw here after a turnover. Lots of teams like going.
And Wheeler just somebody wasn't quite on the same page as Wheeler kind of throws into no man's land. That's going to stop the clock with 2 seconds left. And I'd like to thank Molly Haney of Premier Accounting and Payroll Services for being a sponsor and managing accounting for Blue Nation Network, Elite Heating and Air Conditioning, Fox's Pizza, Brookville Aerie, 983 FOE Lodge, Restorative Medi Spa. Boy, say that 3 times fast, Shaq. And Premier Counseling and Consulting, some of our other great sponsors here helping us bring you Brookville Raider football. And there's a handoff up the middle to Andrew Field. And Field's got some room to the outside, but Krug's going to track him down, force him out of bounds down about the 20. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. So let's take a short break. Raiders lead 7-0. We'll be right back with second quarter action here from the Wigwam.
If you're looking for a bigger house,
I know someone. Or if you need to downsize, I know someone.
maybe you want to move to the country.
I know someone. Or maybe you want to move in town. I know someone.
I'm Heather Castellan, now with eXp Realty. Whatever your real estate needs are, I have you covered. You can check out all of the area's listings at exprealty.com or call me at 715-4103.
I know someone.
Yeah, we've been looking at those. We just not.
All right, guys, we're back here.
Some more schedule. Next week, girls volleyball team, like I said, tomorrow they're at Brockway on the 9th, which is Tuesday. They host Corn City. That starts at 5 p.m. JV's at 5 p.m. And then on 9/10, which is Wednesday, they are at Cranberry, and that is a 6 o'clock start for JV. Girls golf on Monday are at Cranberry at 4 o'clock. Junior high football on 9/11 is at Corn City at 6 o'clock. And that should do it.
Yeah.
That's a busy week for Brookville sports next week.
And this past week, big shout out to Brookville's cross country team. Second place at Lock Haven last weekend, and Ty Fiskus broke the school record and snagged second overall. And another high snap there as they hand this off to Andrew Field, but Brookville does a good job getting penetration and getting the stop at the line of scrimmage. That's bringing up – actually, they didn't lose a yard on that, Shaq. 2nd and 11. And
I don't know if you guys know, but Ty got all his running skills from his uncle.
I believe it. I've seen Ben run.
Oh, boy. It's getting deep now.
Ben's pretty quick. He's like a young Warwick Dunn.
Junior high football with a big win on Wednesday night against Union AC Valley.
Wheeler sidesteps one tackler, but he's going to be stopped there in the backfield and going to lose another yard. Blake Porter on the stop there. That's going to bring up 3rd down 12. Shaq, other than 2 big plays, everything else has been kind of negative here for St. Mary. They just
I'd like to go back and look at those 2 plays, but to me that last play looks like our linebackers were out of position. But I mean, if we can keep ourselves in position and where we need to be, and that's the other thing. Like lots of times when teams end up like being 0-2 and stuff, kids start trying to do more than what they're supposed to do, and when you start doing stuff you're not supposed to, you're actually making it worse.
This time they pitch out the field. Field sidesteps a guy, and he's got a seam, and he's going to take this down to about the 1 yard line where he's going to be stopped. So it's going to be 1st and goal, St. Mary's, and boy, Fields is a handful. 6'1", 219. That's a big boy running that football down the field. And a couple guys didn't really want to part any contact there, to be honest with you, Shaq.
No. We got to bottle him up at the line of scrimmage is what has to happen.
Well, like I used to tell Tanner Cole, the easiest way to chop down a tree is from the bottom.
That's right.
So you might want to think about going low. And St. Mary's is going to take this in for the touchdown. That was number 28, Landon Cook. So 7-6 is going to be your score. Just over 10 minutes left here in the half. So St. Mary's answers. Lady Raider volleyball, Shack. Boy, have they been on a tear. They go out to Greenville, and they win that tournament, and then they come up with big wins against Kane and Red Bank last week.
Yes.
And great to see that. Good group of kids, and let's hope they can keep that going because that'll be exciting.
It was a fun match last night against Red Bank. I know Coach Householder said it wasn't their best performance, but they played pretty well. The second set, they struggled a little bit, but they put it back together for the third and the fourth set there. And
Mason Nicholas
picked off.
Going to be picked off as they fake the extra point and go for 2, and that's going to be intercepted. Was that Colgan on the pick?
No, that was Kelgren, I think. Is it 2?
Yeah, Parker Kelgren. I'm sorry. Parker Kelgren with the interception in the end zone to stop that. So the Raiders are going to continue to lead 7-6 here as they'll get the ball back, and the Raiders have done a good job moving the football. Of course, the turnover there at midfield set up that touchdown for St. Mary's, but Brookville's done a nice job. The play calling has been superb. The execution's been great.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Nosker there beforehand. I said I thought the play calling last week was pretty good. I mean, I thought he ran when they ran enough to keep people honest, but then switching to the rollouts I thought was the key last week to the success that we did have, and we'll see. We need to move the ball here again, and
so Householder and Krug deep. This time's a bouncer, and that hits off Phillips, and Phillips is going to jump on it at about the 30-yard line. So decent field position for the Raiders here as they're going to start this first drive of the second quarter. Something else, Shaq, let everybody know out there. If there's any fundraisers that any school-related fundraisers that you want us to get the word out on, make sure you get a hold of Tricia or Ben or somebody here at Blue Nation Network. We'll be sure to pass that along and maybe help raise some money for your organization. just be sure to let us know. So we're stacked down here on both sides with they fake the handoff to Kellgren, and Colgan is going to take off. And let's see if he can bust this. He's got 2 guys to beat. And he's going to be forced out of bounds there by number 12, Matthew Gilmore, as Brookville is going to be inside the 20 as they mark him out at the 18-yard line. Great fake handoff there to Kellgren, and Colgan on the keep. And let's see, 18. It's about a 52-yard run there, Shaq.
That's pretty good. I'm just wondering if they have a throw off that too, because it almost looked like he kind of snuck a peek at Freeman out here too. So I don't know.
We'll keep an eye on that and see if they run something out of that later on. So this time they go back to their bunch formation with this time the Hazen Assassin all by himself down here at the bottom of the screen. Dante Morey. There's a snap to Colgan. They hand off to Kellgren with a burst, and he picks up a few down to about the 15-yard line. So gain of about 4, we'll call it.
2nd and 7.
Actually, we're going to call it 2nd and 7. Gain of 3 on that play.
So we'll see what happens here. You know, the closer you get, the field shortens up here, and it can get tougher here. We'll see what Coach Nosker can dial up here to punch this into the end zone.
They go twin formation to each side. There's the snap from Anzinger. Kellgren to Colgan's left. Oh, bad snap. Gets by Colgan. Colgan to pick it up. And I think this is recovered by St. Mary's, and it is. So another costly turnover as Brookville was deep in St. Mary's territory, and a bad snap got away from Colgan, and he couldn't quite track it down. So that's an unfortunate turn of events there. St. Mary's is going to get the ball back on another turnover. Brookville leads 7-6, just over 9 minutes to go in the half. And, boy, Shaq, that was a big opportunity missed right there. Is after the big 52-yard scamper by Colgan had him set up, they just one bad snap, and now St. Mary's has good field position back.
Now we got to step up here and shut them down. Like, we don't want them to flip the field too much here.
Keep an eye on number 4, Andrew Field. He's had a couple big runs tonight. He gets ahead of steam going. He's going to be tough to bring down. Like Shaq mentioned on the last thing, they need to find a way to there's another sack. This time that was Nimmo again. Nimmo with his 2nd sack of the night.
He's coming off that edge, and there's no one even close to touching him.
And he's you're going to have a hard time finding anybody match his quickness from the outside too. Offensive tackle
and his toughness for all the bigger he is. Like, it's just he's probably the smallest kid on the team, maybe.
So loss of
Hannah weight wise, I'm not sure.
Loss of 8 on that, Shaq. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 18.
Now let's hope they make a mistake here.
It's the 3rd sack, I believe. And then they hand off the field. This time he is met at the line, and
nice play by Balzer on that.
Balzer, a little help from the Hazen Assassin too. And number 80. Is that 84 or 64?
64. That's Turner.
Okay. It gets harder and harder to see these numbers here. So Wheeler out of the gun. And he's going to roll out looking to throw across the field.
It was a screen. It was supposed to be a screen.
And this time Nimmo again.
Phillips met him there too. Holy cow. 53, 64, 6, and 42 all met at the quarterback. They had a party.
Wow. Good pressure there by the Raider defense. And that's their 5th sack tonight.
It's been quite a few.
Five first half sacks for the Raiders as they back St. Mary's up and are going to force another punt here.
Well, this is definitely what they needed after that turnover.
Absolutely. Now they got to just they got to take care of football.
Yeah.
Kellgren deep to receive the punt here. Sheely the kick, and this time they kick away from Calgary. Takes a Brookville bounce.
We'll take that too.
Yep, and it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 43. So great field position to start this drive for Brookville. Just under 7 minutes to go.
Let's stay here. Let's next week. Brockway comes to Brookville. That is the Be Tough game. So all you people get out here and celebrate the Be Tough Foundation in memory of Brooke Emery. There will be shoe boxes here. Any shoes, any lightly used shoes, they distributed those across. Actually, it's District 9 now. I do believe anybody that needs shoes or any help like that. All this money raised from the shirts sale and the 50-50, it all goes back to the foundation.
Oh, that play went nowhere.
Come out and support a good cause.
So loss of about 7 on that play. Brookville brought Freeman on the jet sweep, and I think they almost couldn't decide what to do there as they had a little pressure in the backfield. Handoff was to number 10, Isaac Burns, but he was brought down for a big loss, and this is going to push the ball back to the St. Mary's 49-yard line. Colgan out of the gun. 3 wideouts at the bottom of your screen. Colgan looking to throw, and he's got the Hayes and Assassin over the middle because he's going to pick up about 9 out to the 40-yard line, so that'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, and that'll bring up a third down and about, it's called 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7.
Shaq, a little fundraiser here they got going on. An organization called Paths. It's the parent-teacher organization is having an event on September 24th. They have an author coming in. She's a BHS alumni. Each family that registers will get a book. We'll get a book through Bingo for Books. So everyone will go home with at least 2 free books. This event is free to all students, families in our district, so make sure you register for that. So we're going to have a loss of about 2 on there, 4th down and 9, and they're going to screen this out. Oh my, it's a fake. He was wide open. Well, that was Blake Porter. Porter was left completely alone.
Hey, guess who Coach Morris's coach was back in high school?
Chris Dorey.
That's right, baby.
Woo! So the fake punt, and you got to think that Chris is smiling just a little bit over on the sideline. Well, not on the outside, but maybe on the inside.
Maybe tomorrow morning when he's sitting there watching the game film.
Perhaps.
He's going to say, that son of a gun. Probably not in those words, though. But
Colgan's going to roll out. He's looking. He's going to shoot for Morey, but a little wide on the throw. So incomplete pass intended for the Hayes and Assassin, Dante
I
Morey.
did see him over there. Either Morrison was going nuts on this sideline. I was like, what's he see? And then I thought he was actually going to throw it to the slot guy, and then I'm like, no, he's throwing way out there.
Who was the punter that threw the ball?
No, it was whoever the up guy was.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure the up guy. Wonder what's going on here.
A little stoppage in play here.
There was an incomplete pass and the clock did not stop. Please reset the game clock to 4-4-8. 4-4-8.
Okay. So on the incomplete pass to Morey, the clock did not stop. So they're just going to add a little bit of time to it as we're under 5 minutes to go here in the half, and Brookville deep in Dutch territory. Right now looking at a 2nd and 10. Ball on the, looks like about the 17-yard line. And there's a little movement on the defensive side of the ball, but no flag. This time Burns moves over to Colgan's right. There's a snap by Anzinger. They're going to hand off the Burns up the middle, but he might get a yard on that, maybe 2. It's like
they need to fake that handoff and pull and throw to Freeman. that guy on Freeman collapsed so hard.
So we're going to have a third down, and see, this ball's on the 15-yard line.
I'm going to call a roll out this way, maybe.
Colgan rolls to the left, looking to throw, and well defended there by the Dutch. That was number 12.
Yeah,
Matthew Gilmore on the coverage. Pass intended for Porter, but really not a lot of room on that roll outside there, Shaq.
No.
So another big fourth down here for the Raiders. They got they're looking at about a fourth and we'll call it 4th and 9. It's closer to 9.5, I suppose.
We have to get to this 8 or the 8.
Yeah, it's about the 7 or 8 yard line. So they can't get inside the 10 for a first down. Looks like Colgan's trying to draw them off sides, and they're Brookville's going to take a timeout. Let's stay here. We'll just
That is their first timeout of the first half.
talk about, if there's any of you guys out there that enjoy the broadcasts and think maybe you want to hop on board as sponsors, there's plenty of opportunities here at Blue Nation Network. Lots of different sports. Volleyball, they've been bringing you. We got wrestling coming up here in the winter, basketball coming up in the winter. Of course, we're going to bring you football and soccer. So make sure if you want to contribute and help out a good cause and help us bring Brookville sports to fans that maybe can't make it out to the game, or grandparents that don't live around here, or whatever the case may be, and you want to be part of it, get a hold of Ben or Tricia or just any of us here at Blue Nation Network, and we can point you in the right direction. There's lots of different levels of sponsorship. Whatever fits your budget or fits your needs, we'd be glad to have you on board and help us do Brookville Raider sports. It's a lot of fun for us, and we enjoy bringing it to you, but yeah, it takes money to do that. Colgan steps up. Oh, what a catch!
Who was it?
Sammy Krug in the back of the end zone. Colgan gets the throw over to the defender, and Krug goes high point and brings it down into the end zone. So Brookville is going to go up 13-6, and that's going to bring on Morris. Is it pronounced Morris? Jaden Morris.
That's a good question.
We're going to go for now with Morris. If it's wrong, I'll fix it. But Jaden Moore is on the kick, the extra point, and plenty of leg in that one too, Shaq.
Yes, sir.
And that is good. So Brookville is going to be up 14-6. 4:01 left here in the half. Let's hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back to bring you the rest of the second half action here on Blue Nation
We strive
Network.
to be a leader in the metal manufacture and steel industry. By investing in those closest to us, our employees and our customers, we aim to build lifelong partnerships while impacting the community around us. Family owned and operated since 1989. That's Mac Metals. Located by BWP Bat Factory, exit 86, I-80.
We back?
Yes, we are.
All right, we're back. Look at a couple scores from around the league. Thursday night action, Union AC Valley upends Keystone 15-14. A little bit of a shocker there. Port Allegheny leading Central Clarion 7-0 in the first quarter.
Well, that's another good kick.
Nimmo is having a game.
Yes, he is.
he just flew through the coverage and goes down there and makes the tackle.
Cody Household is on that kickoff team.
Yeah, number 7, Cody Householder. Brockway leads Red Bank 7-0. That's in the first quarter. Ridgeway all over Kane in the second quarter, 17-0. Karn City and DuBois, 14-13 Karn City in the first quarter. St. Mary's with the ball. Here's the snap to Wheeler. They're going to go first man through, and that is number 28, Landon Cook, and he's going to rumble.
Assassin with the tackle.
He's going to rumble through, but yeah. Cook is shaking up a little bit on the play there. And they're going to take a timeout. We'll get back to some of these scores while they tend to Landon Cook. Bucktail and Montauk scoreless. We'll be keeping an eye on that one all night. Clearfield leads Phillipsburg Osceola 8-0. That is in the first quarter. Punxsutawney all over Bradford in the second quarter, 28-0. And Cameron County, who we have coming up here in a couple weeks, Shaq. They're up on Smethport 12-0. No score, Coudersport Otto Eldred. And Kerwinsville leads Mount Union 7-6. That's in the first quarter. So now you're up to date around District 9 with the scoreboard. We'll bring you some updates here a little bit later on in the half. As Cook comes off of his own power, so he seems to be okay.
Yes. I just texted you the link.
Nimmo's going to come off here. And number 23, Sarvi, comes on for him as they, not sure, it looked like maybe Nimmo had an equipment problem. So 2nd down and 6 here for the Dutch. Wheeler under center, I formation. They go misdirection there, missed tackle in the backfield. That's number 2. Talon Thomas, and he's going to have first down yardage out to about the 40 as he's driven out of bounds by Dante Mori, the Hazen assassin. And that's going to get a fresh set of downs here. 3:33, the clock stops here, and the remaining time left in the first half.
What'd you say the time was, Rip?
3:33 left.
All right, this is big.
It's been a pretty quick first half.
Yeah, this is a big defensive stop here.
Yep. So 1st and 10, St. Mary's. Ball spotted at the St. Mary's 38-yard line.
It's a big stop because St. Mary's gets the ball to start the second half, correct?
Yes, they do. Yep, Brookville won the toss and received the first half. And looks like St. Mary's is going to take a timeout here.
St. Mary's.
So coming up at halfback, we're going to have the Blue Raider marching band.
Yes,
which is always entertaining, and I would assume we'll get the St. Mary's Flying Dutch bands here also.
Yep,
and I would assume that they'll get a little bit of airtime too. So stay tuned for that. We'll bring you towards the end of the half. We'll bring you some scores from around District 9, recap the first half action, and get ready to bring you the second half of Raider football. As Brookville, if you're just joining us, they lead 14-6. Just over 3.5 minutes left in the half. And other than a couple turnovers, Shaq, Brookville's been pretty solid.
Yeah. And only one turnover hurt us, so that's.
Yep. And one was unfortunately a bad snap, and the other one was a botched handoff.
Yes.
So here we go. 1st and 10 Dutch at their own 37-yard line. Wheeler goes under center. I formation. And they're going to pitch this out.
Nimmo is all over the place. And
Chase Nimmo.
And Porter.
And Blake Porter on the tackle on number 4, Andrew Field.
They do not have an answer for 42.
No. He is taking over this game.
And the big guy's not even in there right now, right? Ainsinger's taking a break. So this is even bigger deal.
There's Field again, and again,
it's like that off tackle we're having trouble with.
Big gain there on that play.
Yeah.
We're going to bring up 3rd and short here. Time ticks under 3 minutes. We're down to about 2.5.
Looks like Balzer's on the nose now.
Phil backs off. St. Mary stays in that I formation. They're trying to establish the run. First man through is Cook. And he breaks a big one down inside the 25 to about the 23. That was Landon Cook. So Brookville gets gashed there by the fullback dive.
Now he makes a stop. Cook the ball carrier, first down. The Raiders 24.
Brookville's going to need to step up and make a play here,
Yes,
Shaq.
they are.
Time continues to wind. We're going to be under 2 minutes here. They stay in this I formation with Nimmo had him in the backfield there too, but Fields kind of shook him off. They do make the tackle after a short gain of about 1, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 10.
About a minute and a half left here.
Looks like they're running it off tackle on to the left at Rahala.
St. Mary's not in a big hurry here.
Fullback.
Again, Wheeler under center. They go back to field. This time he's met in the backfield and stopped. That was number 64.
Nope, 6.
64 made the initial
okay.
contact, then Phillips cleaned it up.
3rd down, 11.
Who is 64? I don't have a 64.
Aaron Turner.
Aaron Turner made the initial contact, and then Phillips cleaned it up, number 6.
It should be up there. I have 6.
Oh, I see it now. I'm sorry, Shaq.
No, you're
under a minute to go. 3rd down and 11. They stick with that I. They bring Talamus in motion. And that is. Oh, we got a flag. It's going to be 4th down, but let's check the flag here. Maybe a hold.
Balzer makes a tackle.
They're coming over to talk to Billy.
Are they calling that on us? Oh, maybe not. Whew.
If they are, Billy's staying pretty calm.
I think you take it. Because if you don't,
Aiding the runner, offense number 73. That penalty has been declined. We'll bring up 4th down.
So what are we going to be looking at here? We got 45 seconds left in the half, and we got a 4th down and 7.
That's a tough call. I understand it, but that couldn't have been an easy call for Coach Mo to make.
The penalty for you guys watching at home was an aiding the runner. So number 73 was pushing the ball carrier to help him gain extra yards, and that's a no-no. They go first man through to Cook, and I don't think he's got
no, he's not.
So
okay,
Brookville's going to take over on downs here with 30 seconds left in the half. So
be taking a knee.
Big steal.
I'm just saying, get out of here. Take a knee, go in with the lead. You eliminate any potential mistakes.
Yep, 30 seconds.
We'll see.
Big there by the Raiders defense. They've done a great job tonight. Other than a few plays, it's been tough sledding for the St. Mary's offense. Unfortunately, those few plays have been big ones.
All right, calling a timeout here.
Number 68, Balzer checks in. Or
I think this is a smart call.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll stay right here. We got 30 seconds left, and then we're going to go to our halftime festivities.
So back to the Red Bank thing there, the volleyball game there. Mm-hmm. Coach House was like she wasn't their best performance, but the second set was definitely wasn't one of their better sets. But Red Bank has had our number over the years, and Red Bank has been pretty good. And what I liked about it was when things weren't going well for the Lady Raiders, they were able to keep their composure and come back and win the match in 4 sets. So
sure.
They do have a lot of upside to that team, and we'll see how things progress through the season and stuff. But I was impressed with the Guth girl. And why can I not think of her name? She was bringing it. She was bringing it last night.
I'm gonna have to. I got to admit, I'm not I've never been to a volleyball game. I'll have to check it out.
Last
I
night
know-
was my first ribeye.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know Lori goes all the time because, of course, Owen dates one of the volleyball players, so she likes to go out and
Well, and
watch
she
her.
has a sister that's a coach too.
Yeah. Yes, and Lori's sister does coach too. I forgot that aspect of it. So we all tag along the next time and watch a little volleyball.
Or you can watch it on Blue Nation Network.
I could do that too from the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
And Palin Lindemuth is the libero on that team, and she is good for a freshman. She's all over the floor.
What's that? Isn't that like a Mexican wrestler?
Well, they
Libre?
wear a different colored jersey, and it has something to do with how that you can subs and can't. I'm not exactly sure, but she's pretty good.
Brookville's going to let this time. Well, is St. Mary's taking a timeout?
Can they make us punt this?
Timeout. St. Mary's. That is their second.
Yeah, they got one more time out.
Dang, they're gonna make us punt it. But anyways, she was in the back row on the right, and the girl, the Red Bank's better server, was like purposely serving it to the freshman, and she didn't get out. I mean, she got her composure back and stuff, and as a team, they played really well last night.
Good.
I was
good. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Golf team's been doing great.
There's nothing better. Volleyball is very fun to watch when you get good teams. Good teams. Good skilled teams to play. It's a little bit better than the PE volleyball.
Is it? Yeah.
we have. Yeah.
We got to get Ben. Ben, can we start bringing like golf?
Well, we can try.
We could maybe go out to Pinecrest and set up some of them big towers.
Yeah,
and
get some drones.
We can sit up in there and get some shot tracers and stuff like that.
That would be so funny.
We'll get you up on the 18th tower.
Yeah.
I'll fly the drones if you want to.
I can be the Jim Nance of
you
Blue
go.
Nation Network.
There you go.
Well, they go there's that end around to Freeman, and he breaks one tackle, but he runs into a little bit of a wall there. And that's going to bring up 4th down with 4.5 seconds. So they are going to make Brookville kick it away here. Let's hope special teams is up to the task.
I bet St. Mary's covers Porter this time.
You think? I would take that bet.
I'd like to know how many miles Ty Fiskus puts on a week. He's out here. I swear he's out here 24/7.
Probably more than I put on driving to work and back.
Oh, my goodness. Every time. Well, it's either him or his mom.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Like,
how many miles does that family put on a month? I mean, they all run.
Jed, I'm sure Jed's bringing up the rear on the mileage.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
No doubt about that.
The only miles he puts on is a bike.
Yeah.
If he's doing that.
Following along in their 18-passenger van.
With the megaphone. You got to go faster.
That's who I was thinking about putting a GoPro on for cross country was
yeah, that would be
my
cool.
sister-in-law, Jenny.
That'd be cool.
Emma's boyfriend, Ethan.
Yes.
Can't think of his last name right.
Bretham.
He volunteered actually to do it.
So oh, yeah?
Get some live.
He's a good guy.
So they're going to go for this.
Well, it's 4
They
seconds.
got to kill 4 seconds, throw it down the field. He's got him.
It's okay. Did it take?
Yeah, no time.
Okay, I figured.
Time ran out. So that's going to be the end of the first half. Raiders are going to take a 14-6 lead into the locker room. Stay tuned for Brookville Raider Blue Band. And after that, me and Shaq will come back, have a little bit of analysis on first half action, bring you some scores around District 9, and get you ready for the second half. Thanks for joining us here on Nation Network for Raider football. We'll be back in a little bit.
Did he say the 2 white ones?
So I can get something to eat. That hurt my back. Thank you. 2? Do you want anything to drink? Okay. Thank you.
Make it 3.
This is fun.
Good evening. Welcome to Brookville Blue Raider Marching Band. The band is under the command of drum majors Leila Kamendiner and Sydney Murdoch. The band opened their show with All on the Watchtower, written by Bob Dylan and made famous by Jimi Hendrix. Our featured tune is You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi. We close our show with Taking It to the Streets by the Doobie Brothers. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the show.
He probably doesn't even know
Let's have another big round of applause for both our bands tonight, our visitors from St. Mary's and your Brookville Aerie marching bands. Excellent halftime show.
Ace Fix-It Hardware in Brookville has been the place to get all of your hardware, tools, paint, lumber, and decor right by the bridge in Brookville since, well, like forever. Call 849-7326. Most friendly and knowledgeable staff in the business, too. Ace Fix-It Hardware says.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
If you're looking for a bigger house,
I know someone. Or if you need to downsize, I know someone.
maybe you want to move to the country.
I know someone. Or maybe you want to move in town. I know someone.
I'm Heather Castellan, now with eXp Realty. Whatever your real estate needs are, I have you covered. You can check out all of the area's listings at exprealty.com or call me at 715-4103.
Mac Metals. What's our mission? We strive to be a leader in the metal manufacture and steel industry. By investing in those closest to us, our employees and our customers, we aim to build lifelong partnerships while impacting the community around us. Family owned and operated since 1989. That's Mac Metals. Located by BWP Bat Factory, exit 86, I-80.
All right, we're back. Just one thing. Soccer on Tuesday night. They beat ECC 4-3, and I think I was told Isaac Wright scored 4 goals. So he scored all 4.
That's huge.
Good thing he was there that day.
Yeah, no doubt.
So.
All right. Hey, we're back here. We're getting set for second half action, and Shaq, Raiders got a lead here going into this third quarter, 14-6. The defense has been outstanding. Couple big plays by St. Mary's have set them up, but Brookville's done a good job shutting down the drives, keeping them out of the end zone.
Well, we've tackled a lot better,
right?
And really the big plays that St. Mary's has got, I feel like it was our positioning more than anything else. I mean, it wasn't like we were missing tackles. It was just I think we were maybe out of position or whatever. Maybe it's St. Mary's just having a good block too.
Sure, and I want to give the field kid, I mean, give him some props. He's a big dude, and he runs really well quick. In fact, a couple of these guys for St. Mary's, real good ball carriers, Cook, Field, they've done a great job. The scoring in the first half got started. Hayden Freeman caught a 46-yard touchdown pass from Colgan on a screen. That put the Raiders up 7-0. Next drive, St. Mary's answered right back as Landon Cook on a 1st and goal from the 1 punched it in to make it 7-6. St. Mary's went for 2 on the next play, and it was intercepted by Parker Kelgren in the end zone to deny that, and that made the score 7-6. And then just before the end of the half, Colgan hit Sam Krug from 18 yards, and Krug went up and made just one heck of a spectacular catch over the defender to come down in the end zone. And Jaden Morris with 2 extra points, and we stand here. Brookville leads 14-6. So all in all, it's been a pretty good half of football on both sides.
Here's some stats. I got Rich the Skinny.
Nice.
Rich Rhodes. Of course, the score's 14-6. Colgan is 8 for 12 for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Nice. Good night for Colsey.
And 4 rushes for 53 yards. Hayden Freeman's 3 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Krug, 3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. The Raiders have outgained St. Mary's 168-114. And, of course, there's 2 turnovers.
Yep. And we can't get into this second half without talking about Chase Nimmo on defense. Nimmo has 2 sacks and at least 1, if not 2 more tackles for loss, and a great special teams play on a tackle. So Chase Nimmo having a heck of a nice job, doing a heck of a nice job on the defensive side of the ball. Shaq, real quick, let's go around the league.
I was just going to say.
And check on some scores here because there's some interesting
ones. Because I just remembered Port Allegheny is playing Clarion today.
They are, yep. So Thursday night, we talked a little bit about this one. Union AC Valley beat Keystone 15-14, which couldn't have been an easy task. That Keystone team's pretty good. Port Allegheny, speak of the devil, leads Central Clarion 13-7. That is at halftime.
All right.
Brockway with a 20-6 lead over Red Bank. That's in the second quarter.
Wow.
Ridgeway leads Kane 17-0. That's at the half. Karn City with a 21-14 lead. I got to assume this is a little further along in the first quarter, but Karn City does lead DuBois 21-14. No score yet in the Bucktail Montauk. That's just an out slugfest. Clearfield leads Phillipsburg Osceola 14-8 at the half. Punxsutawney all over Bradford 43-0. And Cameron County continues to lead Smethport 24-14. Otto Eldred gets on the board as they lead Coudersport 22-0. That's at the half. And Mount Union overtakes Kerwinsville 13-7. That is in the second quarter. And that brings you up to date around District 9. And we are set for second half action as Brookville is set to kick here. And this is Jaden Moraz. He is from Sheffield. He's one of the co-ops.
Abraxas.
I'm sorry, Abraxas. Jeez. One of the Abraxas that's co-oping with Brookville this year. And good kick down to the 10. Fielded there by number 2, Talon Thomas. And Thomas picking his way through traffic. And he's going to take it down to about the 35-yard line. So good field position to start off here for the Dutch.
This is a big series for both sides. In the locker room, if you're on the offensive side of the ball, you're talking about going down. You want to score, stop, score.
Yep.
And of course, Brookville, they need to stop
Yep.
and then score. So that was the conversation in the locker rooms at halftime.
Wheeler out of the gun, and they're going to hand off right away. And
Nimmo
again with another tackle in the backfield as he brings down number 4, Andrew Field, who we just got done talking about. So big tackle there by Nimmo as he's going to lose 6 on the play for a second down and 16. Nimmo has just been all over the field tonight, Jack.
I don't know, man.
I might have to go buy a Chase Nimmo jersey. High snap taken by Wheeler, and he pitches. And this time,
Aaron Turner.
That was Aaron Turner on the stop. And they're going to lose more. So great penetration by the Raider defense. And it's 3rd and forever, as we're going to call this a 3rd and 21 coming up.
No big plays here. Keep everything in front of you.
I'm going to call screen pass.
If you're defensive back, nobody gets behind you. Keep everything in front of you.
I'm going to call middle screen. Empty backfield. 5 wideouts. So they go to wide. This is like the old run and shoot. Warren Moon and the Houston Oilers.
Well,
and nowhere for Wheeler to go as he is going to be sacked, and they're going to lose more yardage.
That's Phillips.
Zach
Nimmo was on his heels too, but
Zach
got there first.
Zach Phillips with the sack. Little backside pursuit there by Nimmo.
Boy, that's huge. That's just coming out of the gate like that. That's huge.
That is going to bring up 4th and what we like to call forever. Forever. So here's the punt by Sheely. Gets a good one off. And that's going to be taken by Kellgren at the 45. He's going to try to get to the outside. There's a stiff arm. Breaks that tackle. And he's going to scamper out of bounds down around the 30-yard line. So great field position there.
Yeah.
And like we talked about, Jack, Kellgren doing a nice job returning the punts tonight.
No fear. No fear. You see, he's good in the open field. You're like, I'm not saying he's not good at running back either, but like, he catches that ball, he's got more green to work with.
Sure.
You know, like he's getting handoff, and it's not.
Well, some guys are not as good between the tackles as they are in open space.
You're
either,
right.
so.
You're right. I agree with that. It's not a dig on him. It's just
no, not at all. Colgan out of the gun. He's going to roll and he's going to throw, and he's going for the corner of the end zone, but that's going to be intercepted by St. Mary's in the end zone.
All right.
And boy, not 100% sure that was your call there. Just getting the ball back, 1st and 10.
He should have thrown it a little bit sooner in between the guys. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, we go back to D. Let's see what we've got here.
So touchback's going to bring the ball out to the 20 for St. Mary's, and that breathes a little life into them. And as they desperately trying to get something going on offense here.
I don't really mind the call. I just wish that ball was thrown more towards the sidelines, more to the outside shoulder than, because I think if it was more towards the sideline, Freeman could at least defended it, if not got an opportunity to catch it.
St. Mary's is going back to this I formation, and Nimmo blitzed there, but he was picked up. Stop made there by Porter after a gain of about 7.
You got to think they're going to have to throw sometime here.
Well, going back to the end of the first half there, they started running out of that I, and they had some success.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And they right there was another good run up the middle out of the I. So they're running that power.
Yep, they're back in the I.
Bring that guy into motion. There's that play from the opening of the game they ran for the big one, but this one's kind of sniffed out. But they are going to get a first down on that. That was number 3, Talon Thomas.
1st and 10 at the 37.
On that, what is that? What do they call that? Bubble motion or?
What's that?
But that motion where they go out around the backs like that. It's not a jet.
No, that would be. They might call it bubble. I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Back out of the I, they go.
Yep.
Set back, and that's Phillips on the stop there on Fields. Gain of about 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. We got just over 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, Brookville leads 14-6. Pair of touchdown passes by Colgan, one to Freeman, 46 yards, and an 18-yarder to Krug. A couple extra points added on there by Jaden Morris. St. Mary's got their touchdown on a 1-yard plunge by Landon Cook. Another big run up the middle is St. Mary's going to take this down to midfield. That was Landon Cook, the ball carrier.
St. Mary's first down at midfield.
Well, they feel like they found something here. So,
well, I agree, and like I said, going back to the end of the first half, they were moving it out of this formation.
Yeah, and it seems like it's the handoff of the fullback that's giving the most trouble.
He's not giving anybody in Brookville time to penetrate. And they go right back to it, and short gain this time, maybe 2. That was Fields.
Morey, another is in on the tackle.
Hayes and Assassin in on the stop for the Raiders. 2nd down and 8. 7 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
It's that off tackle. They fake a handoff, and then Field it goes off tackle. Can't see who's out there at the end now. Might be balls are out there.
They stay in the I. And they go first man through on the dive. This is Cook, and Cook's got some room as he breaks to the outside, and he's going to have a first down. Oh, inside the 30, down to about the 29. So 1st and 10, Dutch at the Brookville 29, 6.5 to go. And St. Mary's on the move here, and Brookville right now no answer for this this power run game of St. Mary's.
Rahal is in for Josiah.
Looks like Brookville stacking the box now. They stay in that I. It looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Brookville. They don't like what they see. So we'll take a quick timeout. Talk about some of our sponsors here, Shaq. How about Heather Castellan, eXp Realty? She's experienced and ready to serve. Whatever your real estate needs are, she has you covered. Heather does a great job. So if you're looking to buy, sell, whatever the case may be, make sure to contact Heather Castellan. Brookville Chamber of Commerce, Shaq. You participated in Food Truck Friday or Food Truck Monday yet? It's a fantastic option when many places are closed on Mondays. Which, how many times do I get home from work and hey, let's go get something to eat? Well, they're not open; they're closed. Everybody likes to have that Monday off. Food Truck Monday. We'll see what's downtown. Go check that out. And that's all brought to you by the Brookville Chamber of Commerce. So.
I do believe it's the lobster.
Oh yeah,
this week. Monday. I think it's the lobster truck.
I'd like to try that. I saw a couple pictures of their sandwiches. They look pretty good. Might have to give that a whirl.
Let's go, Raiders. You step up here on D.
Yep, 1st and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. There's the pitch out the field. He's going to try to go wide, and he's going to be brought down there by, looks like, Porter. So Blake Porter on the tackle after a gain of about 4.
2nd and 6.
We're going to call it 7. I'm going to disagree with the public address announcer. I'm going 2nd and 7 on this, Shaq. No offense to Dan. Stay in the eye. Wheeler under center. Here's a snap. They go right back to field up the gut. He tries to bounce outside. He gets it. And he's got one guy to beat, and he is going to take this in for the St. Mary's touchdown. 26-yard touchdown run for Andrew Field. And that's going to make your score 14-12 Raiders. And let's see if I would expect St. Mary's is going to go for 2 here to try to tie the football game.
I would agree.
And if you're St. Mary's, I mean, you set up at anything other than this big power eye that they've been doing, but looks like they're setting up for an extra point.
They're going to run offensive play here.
No, here they go. They're going to set up. So Field and Cook in the backfield. Number 3, Talon Thomas is out here at your H-back spot. Wheeler under center. Here's the snap. They go to Field. Field never really got anything going up the middle.
Good stop.
And he's going to be stopped by Dante Mori. So that's going to keep your score 14-12. Brookville leads. 5:22 left here in the third quarter. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with third quarter action. You're listening to Brookville Raider football on Blue.
In the heart of Brookville where the rivers flow, there's a voice that's calling, let me tell you so. Blue Nation Network shining bright and clear, keeping our community close, bringing you cheer from the action on the field to the news in town. We're the ones who keep you, never let you down. Local heroes on the rise, shining like a star. When it comes to staying informed, we raise the bar. Oh, Blue Nation Network, we got your back. Sports and stories, it's a rocking track. Tune in and listen, join.
All right, here we go. Here's the kickoff. That is going to be taken. No, Krug's going to let that bounce into the end zone for the touchback. So Raiders are going to start this drive. It's at the 20 or the 25, Shaq.
20 in high school.
20 in high school. I always get everybody does a little different. So
All right, this is important.
Big drive. Yep, absolutely.
How much time did you say?
We got 5:22 left here in the third quarter.
All righty.
So Brookville comes out in their traditional twin setup. You got Maury and Krug at the bottom. So that'll leave you Freeman and Porter at the top. And it looks like we got Kelgren is going to be the sidecar to Colgan's left. Snap by Anzinger. And it's a good one right in the chest. They fake the handoff. Colgan pulls it down, and that is going to be an incomplete pass.
See, that's what I said before they needed to do.
Yeah. But it's a good job by St. Mary's reading that.
He should have lobbed that up there a little bit.
There's not a lot of people on this field who's going to catch Freeman or Krug right now if they get in the open field. I haven't seen anybody on St. Mary's that's quite that fast.
I like the theory on that play. I do. Yeah. Just needs a
better execution.
Yeah, more air on the ball, not more.
Yep. This time Calgary moves over to Colgan's left, and Colgan's going to pull it down and keep, and he's going to bust out over the 25. So gain of about 5 on that. We'll see where they spot this. I think it was right at the 25. They're going to go 24. So gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. And I think somehow here they got to find a way to get the ball into Kruger Freeman's hands on this.
Yeah.
Looks like they're trying to draw them off. Now they're going to change plays. Oh. Screen to Krug just goes nowhere as they're going to lose a couple. And that's going to bring on the punt team. So 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Brookville leads 14-12. The punt unit on for Brookville. This Jaden Moore is doing the kicking. Oh. We got a flag.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 2, sudden motion, creating action at the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So Brookville's going to lose 5 yards, which, in the grand scheme of things, isn't a huge deal, but it's going to push them back. So Morris is going to kick this from inside his 10. And number 3, Talon Thomas is going to set up just right around the 45-yard line in Brookville territory. So he needs to get a good one off here. And Morris is going to pull it down. He does get the kickoff, kind of a sideways soccer style. But holy cow. Oh, boy, Shaq, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That ball went out of bounds way up. Yeah. I don't like that call at all. But he had a better look than I did from here, I guess. So.
Yeah, he did.
So.
Short field.
Yeah. So St. Mary's back in business here as they take over at the Brookville 35-yard line. They stay in this I formation. Wheeler under center. And, oh, wow, good pressure that time by the Raiders.
Ooh,
and
nice play.
Good recovery. I think we're going to get a hold here on St. Mary's. That was Thomas on that little bubble jet, we're going to call it, Shaq. I just renamed it.
I think that's Porter made that tackle. I wonder what they're calling here.
Holding.
Yep. Holding on the offense. That's a big call.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
So that's going to push St. Mary's back to the 45-yard line and bring up a first down and 20. So costly penalty there by the Dutch.
Let's take advantage of it here.
Good play by the Raider defense. It looked like he had a head of steam and lots of room to run. And I'm with you. I think that was Porter that shut that down. So good tackle by him. They stay in the I with the H-back. And they're going to go to field. Second man through. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but breaks one tackle. And he's going to get almost back to the original line of scrimmage as he gets this out to about the 36-yard line. So gain of 9. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11. So another big run there by Field, who's he's a load, 6'1", 215 pounds, and he's got a little bit of speed. Yeah,
we got to figure this out.
Yep. Him and Cook have done a great job tonight running the football. And then you mix in Talon Thomas on that little bubble jet, and they really haven't had to throw the ball that much. Well, And they go first man through this time, and that's Cook, and he's stopped. That's Maury and Anzinger make the stop there on Cook as they go try that little fullback dive and look like try to take that through the – I forgot my hole numbers, but looked like maybe that was the 4 hole or the 5 hole maybe.
This. Don't be surprised if this is your little bubble jet ribeye.
See what they call. No motion. They're going to go to field, and he is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big stand there by the Raiders, as that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10. And we'll see what St. Mary's is kind of in no man's land here, Shaq. See what they decide to do. Looks like they're going to try to go for this. They eventually got to try to put the ball in the air, but that hasn't worked out at all for them tonight.
No.
I don't know if they've completed a pass.
What works for them is getting that ball. Well, in this case, it's going to be getting the ball outside the tackles. The way they're lined up, this might be a pass.
It is, and little backside pursuit. Wheeler is going to come up short, and Brookville's going to take over on downs.
That's awesome.
Yep. Big stop there by the Raider defense.
Yep.
We got a $1:34 left here to go in the third quarter, so we'll stay right here with you. Yep. Let's talk about another one of our sponsors, and this is one of my personal favorites, Devil's Barbecue. Hands down, Shaq, the best barbecue around. Fast, flavorful, and absolutely delicious. You just can't beat it. Plus, they're set up at Macbeth's Cabins by the river, so if you're out in Cook's Forest here, I don't know when they close up shop for the fall, but I know they're still out there for a while. Stop in at Macbeth's, get some barbecue. The food's just amazing. Rob MB, Cody, Caleb, those guys, they all do a great job out there. So, and I know I've probably said this on every football broadcast that I've done for the last 7 years, but if you don't like their turkey, you're crazy. It is probably the most delicious thing I've ever ate in my life.
It's my favorite, too. That's what I get. That's my gift, too.
So make sure you're checking out Devil's Barbecue, one of our great sponsors. They've been with us for a while, and great family, great business, and grateful to have them on board. Devil's Barbecue in Brookville. Colgan, and he's going to try a shot here on. Just out of the hands of Krug. Pretty well defended there by Frankie Smith. Frankie Smith is he's part of the ECC co-op.
I'm assuming he plays baseball for ECC. Is that how you know, or not?
Well, no, it has ECC beside their name.
I didn't even look. I didn't even look at this. I thought you were like.
You're giving me way too much credit,
I guess I was.
The ECC kids have ECC beside their name. At least I'm assuming that's what that means. It could mean electrocardiogram or something, too. I don't know. I think that's an EKG, though. Pass intended there for, was that Porter?
It looked like it.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 now. Brookville's going to punt. It's going to bring on Jaden Morris.
This is a big two. Make sure we get this off.
Yeah. That last one was a little bit, you do a little bit better job blocking up front. Guy in motion here, Burns. Don't see that very often on a punt. And they roll the pocket again. This time he gets in the middle of the field. And this is going to take a huge Brookville bounce, as that is going to go the whole way down inside the, well, not quite inside the 10, but down to the 10.
Wow, that's a nice punt. That's a great punt.
40. That had to be 65-yarder?
It'd be pretty close because they're
back near the 30.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's 40 to the
40 to the about 50. About a 60-yarder. Good punt there by Morris.
Really flipped the field on that. So
yeah,
see if we can. We're gonna have to keep the pressure on this, and we really got to make sure we're finding the fullback, and we're filling it'd be the C gap on defense on that off tackle. So
they stick with this eye, and they go to Field. Field's got a huge hole, and he just runs through it. And
he may be gone.
Well, he's going to get pushed out of bounds there by Freeman, but boy, a huge gain by Field as he's going to take this down inside the Raider 20 down to about the 18. And there's that big play, Shaq, we've been talking about all night, where Raiders defense, they have a bunch of great plays, and then all of a sudden, boom, St. Mary's drops a big run on them just like they did there. So with 22 seconds left, St. Mary's flips the field of their own, and they're set up here. It's 14-12 is your score. Brookville leads as we're in the waning seconds of the third quarter. There's the handoff to Cook, and Cook is going to take this in for the St. Mary's touchdown, and St. Mary's going to have their first lead of the night as they're going to go up 18-14.
That was too easy.
And it looks like, I don't know, the run game can kind of wear you down a little bit, Shaq. I hope they're not. And they've been on the field quite a bit this whole half.
Yes.
So the Raider offense hasn't done a ton. So it's going to be crucial for this offense to go out and put a drive together and give these guys a break. But then again, half of them play on offense anyhow. So
what are we doing here?
Burns comes off. Krug checks back in. And they're going to go for two as they stay in this I set formation. Wheeler under center. This time it looks like he's going to, well, he did hand off to Cook, but that's going to be sniffed out. And but St. Mary's, after a big run there by Andrew Field to set it up, Landon Cook takes it in for his second touchdown of the night, and St. Mary's has their first lead, 18-14, as we have 14.9 seconds left to go in this third quarter. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to have a pretty exciting finish to this game. Brookville's going to get the ball back, and let's see if they can answer here and get back on top. But, yeah, Shaq, like we talked, there's been a lot of good on the defensive side of the ball tonight, but, boy, the big play's killing them.
Yes. And from up here, I can't quite figure out what's going on in that.
Well, with this quick hitters up the middle, they've neutralized Nimmo in the pass rush. Or the blitz. Right. So, I mean.
Still, that gap should be – somebody's supposed to have that gap. So whatever's happening is –
they've made zero attempt to throw the football tonight. So, boy, there's a nice kick. That's going to go through the end zone. That's like the third touchback. God, I don't remember having 3 touchbacks all last year.
Yeah. So I was watching Keystone AC Valley game last night, and ball went into the end zone on a kick. I can't remember if it was a punt or a kickoff. It must have been a punt, and which should have been dead, because when the ball gets into the end zone, and if White Hat didn't blow it dead until the guy decided to take a knee, which I thought was not good mechanics. I could be wrong,
right?
But I was thinking it should have been blown dead. But anyways, here we go.
All right, twin formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. We're going empty backfield here.
Yeah, we are.
What, we got a tight end set up in there? Oh, that was Krug in the Wildcat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry. So they had Parker down here at the bottom of the screen, split out, and Krug in the backfield and the Wildcat. And Krug, nice little gain of 4 there on first down, brings up second down and 6.
That is the end of the third
And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back here with fourth quarter action. Your score, St. Mary's 18, Brookville 14.
Hey, y'all, this is Mark Bowe. I'm at Devil's Barbecue, and this place is awesome. These folks are nice. We came up here the last time, and we couldn't get enough of it. I saw a sign. I came 10 miles out of the way because we had to have it again. And all I know is we might not show up to work tomorrow because it's that good. See y'all.
Devil's Barbecue, where it's all about the smoke. Brookville, PA.
We're back.
All right, here we go, guys. Fourth quarter action. Brookville with the football at the 24-yard line, their own 24-yard line. As we're getting set here for the last 12 minutes of football. Little update from tonight's NFL game. Chargers lead Kansas City 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
There's the play, handoff. Little gain. Says bring up third down. Third down and 6, maybe third down and 5, I guess.
Yep, we got a 3rd and 5 balls at the 25-yard line. Need to get to the 30 here for a first down. 11:34 left in the football game. Brookville down 4. Big third down coming up here. Bunch formation tight at the bottom of your screen. Colgan trying to get somebody to jump. We've got 6 seconds left as they got to get this play in quick. There's a snap. Colgan's going to roll, and he's going to sidestep a guy, and he's got Freeman. Oh, right there along the sideline and just in and out of the hands of Freeman, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. He had him, Shaq. So that's going to bring on the punt team.
We need a punter.
Problem is there's no punter. There he comes. That's all right. Okay, now we're set. Burns in motion.
Boy, he's good.
Yeah, boy, there's another big kick, and this is going to roll down.
We got to take advantage of
That
this.
ball's going to get down at the 16, 17-yard line. So another good kick by Maurice, who's another young man that's had a great night tonight. A couple extra points, couple good punts, touchback.
Yeah.
He's been solid. Try to check out a few more
I
scores
was
here.
just trying to pull it up here.
Let's see. Port Allegheny extends their lead on Central Clarion 27-14. Red Bank down 28-6 to Brockway. Wheeler under center again. They're staying in this eye, and this time they go to Field, and Field sidesteps a dude, and he is just rambling as he's dragging dudes down to almost midfield. That was Nimmo on the tackle, but not before Fields busted out to about the 47-yard line. So another big gain there by Field. They just haven't really really haven't had an answer for him.
Gut check time here. We got to figure it out. He's going to step up and make the play.
Oh, let's see here. Kane overtakes Ridgeway 21-17 in the third quarter. Ridgeway had a 17-0 lead in that football game. Karn City, they're up 7 on DuBois at the half, 35-28. Montauk and Bucktail and Montauk still locked in a 0-0 battle there over in Montauk. Clearfield continues to lead Phillipsburg 14-8 at the half. Punxsutawney leads Bradford 50-7 in the third quarter. Cameron County still leads Smethport 24-14. That's at the half. Otto Eldred 22-0, and Mount Union extends their lead to 20-14 over Carlinsville. And we're back to action here as St. Mary's is 2nd and 6 from midfield. And they go right back to field. This time he is met, and he pushes his way forward, but he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. So big play coming up here for the Raiders is we're under 10 minutes to go in this football game. And it's sort of been all St. Mary's this half, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Brookville came out, had a good stop there on that opening drive, and then threw the end interception in the end zone. And since then, it's been all St. Mary's. Brookville really hasn't put together a substantial drive at all. And St. Mary's has found something with this power run game. And they go first man through with Cook, but he bounces off a tackler, and he's going to have a 1st down inside the 40 down to about the 38.
I can't figure out what they're doing and why we can't defend that.
Well, they're running through initial contact. I mean, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, but just ran through it. And now they're going a little bit quicker tempo here as they line up. The receiver up on the far end. Had a little trouble getting set there. Now he does. And this time they're going to pitch the field, try to get him to the outside. And he is going to be stopped there on 1st down, but not until he gains about 3. Be 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7.
Brookville really can't afford to give up another score here. Time continues to wind as we're going to be under 8 minutes to go here very shortly.
I don't know if Nemo is not able to, if they're not sending him off the edge now, or because we had a lot of success when he was coming off the edge.
Now they go back to Cook up the middle. See? Cook busts through the first contact, drives his way forward, and he's going to be close to a 1st down, but he's going to be about a yard shy. They're getting a hit at the line, but these guys are just powering through it.
Yeah.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. And Brookville if Brookville could find a way to put them into a passing situation, it would be huge. But they're getting 5-6 yards of carry, and it's just not working out. They stay in this eye, and they just keep pounding it and pounding it as Field this time is going to be stopped. And it looks like he's going to – I thought maybe he lost the yard there, but they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So this is going to be 4th down and 2 coming up, and this is a big, big down here as we're under 7 minutes to go in the football game. Brookville down 18-14.
This is going to be fake to the fullback, tailback, off tackle.
And of course, St. Mary's in not a huge hurry to snap this football, so they're going to use as much time as possible to run this clock down. And why wouldn't you?
Right.
As they've got 5 seconds left on the play clock, so it looks to me like they're probably going to take a timeout here, and they do. So big 4th down. They want to talk about this as St. Mary's is going to take a timeout. And while they're doing that, let's talk about another one of our sponsors here, Shaq, Mac Metals Incorporated. Their mission is to be a leading metal manufacturer in the steel industry by investing in those closest, employees and customers. They aim to build lifelong partnerships while impacting the community. We're thankful they are part of our community, and we're thankful for one of their employees works here with us at Blue Nation Network, Bill Blake, and we're thankful to have them on board. And another one of our sponsors we're thankful for. How about K&T Supply Incorporated? K&T Supply is your local family-owned source for electrical, plumbing, pipe, lumber, HVAC, and more. Serving all surrounding areas, we provide the tools and products contractors, construction companies, and homeowners can depend on. With personal service, quality supplies, and competitive prices, K&T Supply is the hometown choice for projects big and small. Give them a call with any questions. Call Corey and those guys out there.
Wing T. Here we go.
And we're set to go here. Big 4th and 2 coming up. And this is a new look. Brookville needs a big stop here. They hand it the field, but he goes right up the gut, and he's going to have the 1st down as he gets it down to about the 25-yard line. And this is going to eat up some more clock and continue this drive for St. Mary's.
24-yard line.
Another one of our sponsors. This is one of the newer ones. They weren't with us week one. This is Wilson's Woodshed. They have so many unique items such as flags, switch mats, signs, one-of-a-kind locally made polywood furniture, and all kinds of holiday goodies. Stop by and check them out. That's Wilson's Woodshed. Welcome aboard to them. Glad to have them on as a sponsor here on Blue Nation Network. There goes St. Mary's again out of the eye with a fresh set of downs. They go back to field and it almost drops the handoff, but corrals it, and he's going to pick up about 3. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7. And right now, St. Mary's is just playing just a little bit of power football. They got a lead, and they're taking the air out of the ball.
Yeah. Someone out there's got to stand up and make a play.
We're down to about 5 minutes left here as St. Mary's is milking every ounce of this clock. They go to Cook first man through, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
And they'll give him maybe a half a yard on that, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 8.
It won't update for me.
Yeah.
Encroachment on the defense.
So there's going to be an offside call on Brookville. It's going to give them a free 5 yards, and that is going to
discipline.
Push this up to about a 3rd and a 3. So, boy, costly penalty there. As Brookville was in good shape with a 3rd and 7, but now we got about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 3. They stick in this eye. Wheeler under center. And it's been all Cook and Fields. This time they go to Fields, and he's hitting the backfield, but busts through the tackle. And it's just they're making contact. They're just not finishing the tackle. And I understand Field is a big boy, but he's going to pick up another 1st down, and this is going to chew more clock. They're going to spot this inside the 15, down around the 14-yard line.
Come on, someone's got to step up here. Come on.
They stick in this power run game, I formation, Wheeler. And they're going to go back to field. And this time, the Hazen Assassin blitzes off the end, and they're going to stop him at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. So Morey finally says, you know what, I've had enough of this. And actually, they're going to give him about a half-yard loss on that. So bring up 2nd down and 11. Jack, here's another one of those sponsors, been around the area, and they've done a lot for this community, and that's Laurel Eye Clinic. Caring for your family's vision one generation at a time. Longtime supporter of Raider athletics. We're lucky to have them in our community. We certainly are. They sponsor a lot of stuff, and just a great community. Great to have them with us. And another big stop by the Raiders. Gain of about maybe 2 there, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
How much time's left?
3:13.
All right, we call timeout.
That is their 2nd timeout of the 2nd half.
Who called that? St. Mary's?
No, we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, it was so Brookville's going to take a timeout. That'll let's talk about a couple more of our sponsors. This is a new one, Ace Hardware. Down by the bridge there, Ace Hardware. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff are always ready to help you find exactly what you need, from paint and tools to automotive supplies and more. They carry a wide range of trusted home and hardware products. No matter the project, Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
It's pretty good, Jim.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
And that gets us caught up with all our great sponsors for the night.
Again, reminder, next week is the Be Tough night against Brockway. There'll be shoe bins here. If you want to donate some shoes, and they give those out to people need them. All money that was raised on the T-shirt fundraiser and the 50-50 will all be donated to the Be Tough Foundation at halftime of that game. So come on out and support an awesome cause.
Yep, absolutely. So Wheeler again under center. Big play here for the Raiders. They're going to pitch this out the field, and he's going to be met, and he is going to be dropped.
I thought he bobbled that a little bit too. All right.
I didn't see the tackler on that, but a nice play there. And that is going to bring up a big, big fourth down. And Brookville takes the timeout to stop the clock with 3:06.
All right, we have no timeout, so let's see what we can do here.
Speaking of fundraisers, we mentioned this earlier. If you're a group trying to raise money for a school, whether it's a sports team, something academically, whatever, if there's something we can help you promote, let Ben or Tricia know, or one of us, and we'll be sure to get the word out that one of our broadcasts that maybe we can help push that fundraiser along. We'll be more than glad to help out. And like we mentioned before, too, Shaq, lots of sponsorship opportunities, lots of different sports. Maybe football's not your bag, but you're a big soccer fan.
Speaking of other sports, just a reminder, the girls' volleyball team is at Brockway Tournament tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Monday, soccer, junior high, 3:30, girls at 5, boys at 7. Then we repeat on Tuesday. St. Mary's comes to town, and it's 3:30 junior high, 5 o'clock St. Mary's girls, and then the boys versus St. Mary's at 7. Cross country Tuesday at Punxsutawney, boys golf team. Tuesday, Thursday have matches away. Montauk on Tuesday, Cranberry on Thursday, and the girls golf team is at Cranberry on Monday.
So there's a big fourth down coming up here for not only St. Mary's, but for the Raiders.
Oh,
they're going to try to throw, and there's a quick hitter over the middle, and this is going to be a touchdown. So the first completed pass of the night for St. Mary's is a touchdown pass over the middle, and that is going to put them up 24-14 with 3 minutes exactly left. And that was Frankie Smith, number 2 on the reception from Wheeler. And they're going to try to add 2 here.
I think it's Krug on the coverage.
Looks like they're going to try the extra point to go up 25-14. So either way, Brookville's going to be down 2 scores. And there's a flag. And kick was good. But let's check the flag.
They're counting. Someone must have too many. Did Brookville have too many on D?
Yeah, we got a guy coming off.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 men on the field. Half the distance to the goal.
Ooh.
Replay the shot.
I don't think it's 6-1, half dozen the other. 2-point really doesn't. You're
the
down 2 touchdowns regardless.
Right. In the last schedule sporting event, junior high football is at Carnes City on Thursday. That's a 6 o'clock start. Again, remember, volleyball Tuesday.
Oh, and he misses it.
Ooh.
So
volleyball Tuesday home against Carnes City. That's a 5 o'clock start JV. And then Wednesday, they're at Cranberry at 6 p.m. start.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, Shaq. That makes it 10 points. So if you get close enough, do you try the field goal and then go onside kick?
Well,
or are you all about a touchdown?
No, I think you got to take what you can get.
I mean, Morris has been impressive with the leg. So, I mean, I'm telling you, the dude could probably hit one from about 30, 35 maybe.
Well, if you're in college and in the pros, they're going to take whatever they can get.
Right. And then try to get the ball back.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to hurry up.
But this is high school football in Pennsylvania that
I hope Colgan's getting his arm loose because he's going to have to do some throwing here.
Yeah, he's going to have to sling it.
So Householder and Krug deep to receive the kick here from number 23. That's Mason Nicholas.
Ooh, I think the Port Allegheny Clarion game's over. I just lost the feed from Port. Yeah, it's over. I didn't see what the score was.
This is taken by Krug. Krug trying to get to the sideline. He breaks a tackle, steps through another one, and he's going to get out over the 40. So he's going to give Brookville pretty decent field position.
All right.
2:52 left on the clock. Oh, we finally got a score in that Montauk-Bucktail game. Bucktail taking one on the chin here as Montauk leads Bucktail 22-0. That's at the half.
You think Chad got lost tonight? We haven't heard from him? Or you got to send him out? Like, where's Chad? Like, where's Waldo?
I don't know. I thought maybe we would hear something about Cameron County or whatever.
Yeah, wherever he was at up that way.
Hey, Ribeye, quick note on the sponsorships. We started a new thing this week with Friends of Blue Nation Network where parents, grandparents, and super fans can pay like to be on a patrons list or whatever. And the first update on that is the first paid sponsor happens to be the Jenny and Fiscus family, paid up on being a friend of the Brookville or the Blue Nation Network. We have some other people that have showed interest too, so it's a nice way if you can't afford the business prices, you could give a little.
Well, they felt obligated after we plugged them.
Probably, they probably did.
Ben, I got one question though. Is there any room after you get all their names on there? Is there any room for any other sponsors on the patron page?
Now there's going to have to be a second page.
Colgan dumps this out to Krug, and it's probably better that Krug didn't catch that ball. Yeah. He would have lost about 3 yards, and St. Mary's good job there sniffing out that screen. That's going to stop the clock with 2:46 to go, and Brookville probably needs to get the ball downfield a little bit more than just screen passes. Yep. I understand what they're doing, and I'd want to get the ball in Freeman and Krug's hands too, but might want to start taking a couple shots here. Just playing devil's advocate.
Maybe get a double move downfield or something. I don't know.
Colgan rolls. He's got some backside pressure. He needs to get rid of it. And kind of throws that into the ground. Pass intended for number 8, Blake Porter. So that'll stop the clock with 2:40 to go. If you're just joining us, St. Mary's couple touchdowns here in the second half has put them up 24-14. We got 2:40 left. Brookville just kind of dried up on offense, really didn't get anything going from the onset, and St. Mary's found something with the run game as they made the adjustments and basically just took it to Brookville right up the middle, and it worked out for them. They dumped it in a couple times, and that's where we stand. That's in the story of the second half. And Hogan's got some time, and he needs to get rid of it. And that's going to be complete.
Hazen Assassin.
And that is Dante Morey, the Hazen Assassin, as he pulls that ball down inside of 30. So, well, don't put the cat to bed yet. We got a little bit of life. Looks like Morey was maybe shaken up just a little bit.
Well, he was either having an ankle issue or a shoe issue.
Maybe his shoe came off.
I think the referee thought he was having an ankle issue.
So that brings in Lawson Gert. Sounds like he should be like a sheriff in Dodge City.
Some Western.
Sheriff Lawson Gert.
That's funny. No, he must have cramped.
Colgan again. He's going to dump this off to Kelger, and Kelger gets out of bounds. Yeah, not really much of a gain on that.
But at least he got out of bounds.
Yeah, he'll stop the clock. Morey jumps back in, and that's going to bring the Sheriff Lawson Gert off. He's going to round up his posse and try to find some outlaws.
That's funny.
So Brookville's going to go trips here at the bottom of your screen. It's like Krug by himself at the top. Oh, a little pressure from the backside, and they're going to get home.
Yeah, they fumbled it too.
And it looks like St. Mary's recovered, and they did. And, well, Maybe it's time to start tucking in the cat now, Shaq.
How much time's left?
2:03. 2:03 left on the clock. St. Mary's takes over on the turnover. They lead 24-14. We'll be back home here next Friday night as the Rovers come to town for Be Tough night. As Shaq has mentioned, a great cause. Make sure if you got some lightly used shoes that maybe you don't wear anymore and you think maybe somebody could use them, bring them out, donate them, find them a good home. There's lots of people out there that maybe struggle a little bit, could use a fresh set of kicks. And we'd be glad to have them and appreciate it. We all got some stuff laying around that maybe we don't use anymore, and maybe you got some shoes, and they'd be greatly appreciated by somebody. And no timeouts left by Brookville, so St. Mary's is just going to run this clock out. And but we'll be back here 6:40 airtime for pregame, and we'll have Chad back next week, fresh off his scouting report on Cameron County, as he headed up to Potter County this weekend to check on the Red Raiders. We'll have the coach, Scott Park, with us. Of course, me, Rob LeBenny, Bill Blake, Ben Fiskus. The usual cast of characters will all be back next week to bring you Raider football. And Shaq, saw improvement tonight.
Yes.
We didn't come out with the W we wanted, but we saw some fight on defense.
Yes.
We thought we saw some decent stuff in the first half on offense. I still think that one play that they threw the interception in the end zone just kind of set the tone for the second half, and they had good field position, and they went for the home run ball instead of maybe trying to chew up some clock, put some points up. And I think if they had to do that over again, maybe they try to go a different route with that, but who knows?
I mean, I don't blame them because they had they had success the first half throwing the ball or what, so it sucks, but hey, at least the coaches can look at this and they can see improvement. They can see that we can be tough, up front.
Sure.
Well,
and darn well, they got the coaching staff down there that can make these guys better.
Yes.
I mean, we all know that.
Well, I said last week, before we went out, I said, support these guys. There's no one that feels worse about these kids than the coaches. The coaches are doing all the right things. Like everybody down there, except for a couple, was on my staff. They know what they're doing. We have a great coaching staff.
Sure, and it's one of those things. I mean, I go through this with baseball all the time. Is when things aren't going the way you want them to, the first person you point the finger at is the coach. Is what can I do better? What am I doing wrong that's not getting my point across? Then it's not always the case. Sometimes it is, but you're always looking at what can I do to make this team better, and what can I do at practice? What can I do in games? And
I honestly, I think what they did last week during practice really was beneficial.
I agree.
You know what he's saying? Like Coach Mo said, we went fundamentals back then. Chris Dorick said the same thing. We kind of went back to basics. We got rid of some of our plays, just work on fundamentals and stuff. And so it's not like they don't know what they're doing. We definitely have saw improvement. The growth is going to continue to happen. Yep. And, we'll just have to see where these guys are at the end of the year.
Okay. Well, for Brookville Area High School and the Wigwam, this is Rob LeBenny with the coach, Scott Park. Join us next week for Brookville Brockway and Be Tough night. We'll be on at 6:40 for pregame. Kickoff is at 7. Thanks for joining us here on Blue Nation Network. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
In the heart of Brookville, where the rivers flow, there's a voice that's calling, let me tell you so.